Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is Mubassir and you're watching TBM. This is the first introductory episode of this channel and we are kicking off things with the first of three streams that I will be presenting on this channel. And on this particular stream, I will take you through the charts, financial markets, specifically the charts and how I look into reading price action, how I anticipate and prepare for the week ahead, and I will take you through three asset classes specifically. Right now, before yourself on the screen, you could see the dollar index. Then I will take you through the euro dollar and the S&P 500. These are the three asset classes I primarily trade, and on this channel, in this stream in particular, where we will once a week be talking about the charts, what to anticipate, how the previous week has panned out, and based on the price action before us, what I anticipate for the week to come. There are two more streams, so a total of three streams will be offered in this channel, and I will talk about the other two later on in upcoming videos. But this is the first introductory, and this stream in particular is will be on a screen recording layout, and I will be taking you through. This is the trading view screen, and this is how we will go about this. The objective primarily is to familiarize yourself with how I look at price action, how I read how the markets are, how these assets are performing over time, and based on what price action is telling us, how I predict the future movements of price. As of right now, I will not be talking specifically about trade setups because there are various different strategies that you could deploy. There are various different ways of approaching the markets, how you trade them. That is something which you can figure out on your own eventually. The main hassle, the main obstacle in your difference between being an amateur who's struggling, who's consistently facing losses, and someone who is calm, composed, and consistently delivering desired results, extracting desired value and results from these markets. The main difference is the ability to read price action, and that is the core intention from this stream, to help you understand price action, to help you see price the way I see it. All right. So now we're looking at the dollar index. Now, for the dollar index specifically, this is the weekly chart. Mind you, I will give out this disclaimer first that on this channel, I will not be talking about the very basics about trading, like what is a candlestick, what is trading view, what is a high or a low, or how to use trading view in particular. There's a lot of free content available online. Whether you're comfortable reading about it, there's tons of text available. If you're comfortable watching content through YouTube, there's tons of content on that as well. So there's no point in reinventing the wheel. The biggest hassle, as I mentioned earlier as well, is understanding where price will go, anticipating future movement in price before it actually pans out, understanding which levels price will reach for. And that is where you will struggle the most in your journey towards achieving profitability in this game. And that will be the core focus of this stream, the trading the financial markets, specifically taking you through, holding your hands through understanding price action on the charts. The biggest hassle and obstacle will be anticipating where price is likely to go. And while there is no one size fits all solution, no one knows the future with absolute certainty. But over the course of on this journey together with me, you will improve your understanding. You will see precision, and you will see an improved understanding, and then couple that knowledge with whatever strategy, whatever approach to entering your trades that you adopt. You can then see a massive difference in your journey. But these small input will keep on coming happening, and this is something conversation which will be an ongoing process. We will keep that going on this journey as we proceed ahead further. But right now, let's dive deep into the subject itself. So we are in the dollar index, and this is the weekly chart. So each candle is representing 1 weeks of trading of the dollar index. So if you look at this, I'll zoom in a bit further. I've got some annotations and I'll take you through what these represent. So what I see here on the week starting on the 21st of August, the week prior to the week that just ended, price moved up. It was a bullish week and it seems to have stopped, found resistance against this up close candle, which we see here. The following week, the week that just closed, the week starting 28th of August, we see price moving down, continuing that resistance that it found here, moving down. Mind you, the way that I trade, I look at price, I look at support and resistance levels, but I look at them, I couple that support and resistance information by looking at price whether it is at a state of premium or at a state of discount. I will explain more over the course of this episode and those upcoming forward, and that will help you better understand what I mean by that. But generally, when price is going up towards higher levels, and as logic dictates, if price is at a higher level than where it was, let's say yesterday, then that is a premium. If price is at a lower level than where it was yesterday, then that is a discount. Not much rocket science to it, but that is the basic building blocks of how I am looking at price. So when I see price going up and finding resistance at this level, I look at this as a premium level which offered resistance to price. And once price has accepted something as a premium, I am then anticipating price wanting to seek a discount level. Meaning, in the leg where it produced this, pursued that premium, where is it looking for a discount? And here is where we see price finding support at this discount level. These down close candles, price coming in, massive support, surge upside, and we see the week closing while it started towards strong selling, while the price action represents, and we'll see more details on a lower time frame, but we see price closing down, finding support at this level and then shooting back up. Now what this tells me is that price has found support at this level. It tells me a reluctance by the dollar to go further down, and instead it tells me while this level tried to push price down, it found support here. If it breaks these levels higher, I would like to see price break these highs, or maybe even touch this level, which is the midpoint of this gap, this wick. So these are the two levels on the weekly time frame that I am looking at. And so in short, I am anticipating bullishness on the dollar for the week coming ahead. Again, as I said earlier, no one knows the future, no one can be absolutely certain about what will happen. Our job as traders is to anticipate what price has done, is to anticipate what price can do based on what it has done. And the logic dictates relying on support and resistance levels based on whether price has been trading at a premium or at a discount. So this we've seen on the weekly level. Let's move down to the discount on the daily time frame. On the daily, again, I see price coming down, breaking this low. Once price breaks a low, I consider that as a discount. And again, once price is at a discount, it then seeks a premium. And now, as price is seeking a premium, I see price blasting through this gap, which tells me, considering the fact that price did not find any sort of resistance at these levels, this gives me strong indication of bullish behavior within the market, and I anticipate the dollar to pursue higher levels in price. These levels marked in orange. And orange levels are those that I've marked out for the daily time frame, and the red ones, these lines, are for the weekly. Again, this is something which you will get comfortable with how I annotate my charts. This is no hard and fast tool on how you should annotate your charts, but over the course of as you keep coming back, dialing in on this channel, you would familiarize yourself with how I am annotating my charts. And the red lines are used for the weekly time frame, orange for the daily time frame, and The yellow will go on the 4-hour time frame later as well. So this block that I've drawn here again with an orange border is on the daily time frame. Because price has blasted through this, I would not be surprised if price comes back to this level and treats it as a support and then moves back. Again, it can go here directly, or it can come down here and then go back up. So these are all possibilities. We have to be open to possibilities. In trading, it's all about anticipating what you want to see in the markets, but it has to happen on key levels. You cannot just randomly jump into trades. That is a recipe of disaster. I mean, I've been there, every noob has been there, every amateur has been there, but you only get that level of consistency, you only get precision once you learn to respect the fact that you need to keep your own bias, your own belief or expectation out of the marketplace. You need to put the emotion out of your decision making and only react purely based on what the information, what the data tells you. And as of what I see right now, I anticipate strong bullishness. Now, another important thing here, while in these overviews, I will be taking you through the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour time frame. I specifically trade on the 1 minute time frame. I use levels on the 5 minute, 15 minute, and the 1 hour. But that is something which we can explore in another format based on the feedback that you guys give me. That is something which we can dive into at a later on stage. But for the sake of weekly reviews of what I'm anticipating for the week coming ahead, this information is more than enough to formulate that bias to get your head in the game, because right now it's the 4th of September, early Monday morning, Sunday night, markets haven't opened. um, this is my pre-market open analysis, getting ready for the game ahead. And this is enough. This is the work that everyone should be doing on the weekends, so that you don't just jump into the markets right away, blindly just shooting arrows in the dark, hoping you hit the jackpot. You have to be very disciplined and calculated in your approach. You need to have a clear anticipation of what you're looking at, just as how I've marked my levels here. There's a clear expectation of where I'm anticipating price to go ahead, and based on how I will see the week trading forward, uh, I will then move down onto these smaller time frames to then take my exact trade setups accordingly. So we've done on the daily time frame. Let's now jump on the 4-hour time frame and then try to conclude this video within a 15-minute time frame. Let's keep it short and crisp for you guys to easily digest it as well. And then we can then proceed with, let's see how the week pans out. Now on the 4-hour is an interesting, let me just quickly zoom out first, and then let's try to look at the bigger picture first. We see price finding resistance at this level, coming back down, streets a bounce off of this down close candle, then coming back and strong drop down. Now remember, price going down below lows, price is at a discount, and now what is it looking for? Premiums. What do we see here? On Wednesday, 7 p.m., 7 a.m. New York time, my time is set to New York time, price goes up, go above these highs at a premium. Again, and you have to be very subjective, you have to be very specific to time frame, because a common terminology, you'll find that you'd see different price action on the daily time frame and a very different price action on the 5 minute time frame. The higher time frame is giving you that overall momentum of where the market is headed, but even if the daily time frame is a strong bullish, the weekly time frame is a strong bullish, you might see something completely different, maybe something bearish on the 5 minute or 1 minute time frame. So you have to keep in mind exactly what we are seeing on the weekly, daily, 4-hour. That same mindset we will then apply as we proceed into smaller time frames. Now, while we were anticipating these levels as our premiums for the weekly, our expected targets. Let's not call it targets, let's call these levels where we expect price to reach for. Now on the 4 hour we see short-term premiums, price going up above a high, a short-term premium. Now it needs a discount, hovering around inside of this gap, treating it as a premium, and now it comes back down, seeking a discount in this gap. And the sort of reaction that we get here, incredible. And this just tells us strong bullishness up. And because, have a look at this gap, this up close candle. This up close candle offered resistance here. Down movement, strong bearish action at this move down. But here we see something exact opposite. We do not see resistance here. We see strong bullishness. So it is safe to assume, even the 4 hour reiterates that there seems to be bullishness in the market. So we can anticipate this orange line was the daily. Let me just take you back up. This was the daily, the midpoint of this wick. We were expecting price to sweep this and then pursue its weekly targets. The 4 hour further reiterates that belief, because we did not see any sort of resistance against this up close candle like it offered here. It is safe to assume, again, there is no guarantee. Price might have something weird and maybe treat the midpoint of this wick as resistance and then shoot back down. But again, trading is about probabilities, possibilities. You and the first thing you need to do is get comfortable with losing. But the important thing is you win at this game when your wins are bigger than your losses. Be comfortable with losing, otherwise this will be a very rough ride for you. But for those who are struggling, let me assure you, the main purpose of this journey that we are on together is to get yourself comfortable with seeing price or price action as possibilities, not as guarantees or sure shots. See it as possibilities and probabilities. This is reaching for this level is more likely to happen. But if it reverses down, if it treats this as resistance and goes down, perfectly fine. We are not, I in particular am no long term investor. I am a scalper primarily. So even if the dollar decides to go down off of this level, treat this as resistance, I don't care if it necessarily reaches these levels. This is what it seems based on the price action right now. But if in turn it comes down here, finds some support but strongly breaks that level of support and then goes down, then I'll be bearish on my bias. I will be bearish and I will start look for discount levels below the marketplace. So again, this is something that we will talk about further. This being the first video, while ideally I would have wanted to cover the euro dollar and the S&P 500 as well, but considering this is the first video, I think it is we can call it a day for now. Covering just the dollar index, we've covered how the dollar uh, fared out in the week prior, and how we are anticipating which levels we expect price to reach for. This yellow line, just to quickly reiterate, these up close candles could have offered resistance, but they did not. So I will not be surprised if I see price use this level as support to then go up here. Again, no guarantee, but if that happens, if I see price come down here on the 4 hour, I can look for buys. If I see price give me a break of structure on the upside, I can take these longs. Something to look for. It will be exciting to see how price presents itself. We will react based on what the markets give us. We will not come into the markets with our preconceived notions and beliefs of where we wish the price goes towards. That is not how you become a successful player in this game. So for now, let's call it a day on the dollar index. In the follow-up videos, it will be interesting to see how, if when we connect on next week's video, how the dollar printed in real over the week against what we have just laid out as our anticipation. I hope you found this video insightful. I hope you learned something new. If you found this video useful, press the like button. I'll use that information as feedback to know that you guys are finding this information valuable and want to see further videos like this. Let me know in the comments below what you think, whether you are aligned with my bias or you're seeing something different on the dollar index completely. Don't forget to share this video in this circle and let everyone know you are a player in these markets and you believe or enjoy reading price action and you are proactive in preparing how the markets shape up before markets open. In the next video for this stream in particular, I will then try to keep the review shorter specifically for the dollar, and so that within the 15-minute time frame we can cover the euro dollar and the S&P 500 as well. So if you would like to be notified about when I upload that video, press subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell, and you would then be immediately notified when the next market review is uploaded. So that's about it. Until next time, have a great week. Be careful, manage risk wisely, and I hope you have a great week ahead. So that's about it, and I'll see you on the next one.